The living Ruh.
I know a story of a woman who got married and didn't like her husband a few years down the track. Instead of looking at the causes, the reasons, how they're communicating, trying to talk about it, she decided to go to these people who've got this idea about the law of attraction. What does Islam say about it? Do we believe in it? Do we not? What about certain hadiths and ayat of the Quran that says things like, be optimistic and you will reach it? What about when the Prophet ﷺ told us to be optimistic and not be pessimistic? What about the saying of the Prophet ﷺ, assume well of Allah and you will find it. I am the way you assume of me. Isn't this all part of this idea of if you do something, something will come for you or you'll attract it? What does Islam say about all these practices? Yoga, astral projection, and energy healing, meditation, and so on. There's a book that was released in 2000 based on a film in 2006 called The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, claiming to reveal the great mystery of the universe. Obviously it's a pseudoscience book, it has nothing to do with science, but it uses scientific language. And it actually dares to go and use quantum physics language. Because that's how it is, right? When I want to bring an idea to you, I've got to convince you. And by the way, this is all commercialized now. The law of attraction is commercialized. There's coaches, there's people who offer you courses to go and do healing classes. And it's all, may I say in the most, I'll say in the most polite terms, it's just merely buffoonery. You know what buffoonery is? When a buffoon talks like that. It's got nothing to do with science whatsoever. So let's go to the definition. What is law of attraction? Two other names commonly used, as I said, manifestation and lucky girl syndrome. Have you heard of that one? Lucky girl syndrome. Gosh girl, when you're around, everything happens good. You got a lot of luck. So, lucky girl syndrome, manifestation. It is an ancient belief strongly associated with Hinduism, Buddhism, ancient Egyptian beliefs and others, that in this universe, there are frequencies of energy and vibrations that you give out. And in this universe there are frequencies of energies, and that if your energy matches the right frequency of this universe, you'll contract positive energy or repel negative energy and get what you desire, manifestation. Or you repel what you don't desire. In other words, your thoughts, what you think in here and what you intend and your goals, just by thinking very hard, your thoughts send out vibrations to the universe. And the universe somehow decodes your thoughts and responds to you. That's the idea of law of attraction. And those who believe in it, its believers claim that it is a universal law, like it's some kind of law that is just fact. But in fact it's metaphysical law, meaning it's not part of science, you can't test it. It dictates that like always attracts like, and negative always attracts negative. In other words, positive attracts positive, negative attracts negative. If you're positive enough, you'll attract positive things around you. If you're a negative type, you attract negative. Positive energy attracts positive energy, negative energy attracts negative energy. Just by thinking a lot. Some of them, they go further than that. They say you've got to think a lot, you've got to intend, you've got to say it, affirmations, and write it. Some people do that. And then they say, it happened, man, it happened. Just by thinking, intending, saying and writing. Nothing else, right? And these same people will tell you, oh, but look, it doesn't mean you don't do. But come on, man, you just said it's about thoughts and positive energy and frequencies and I don't know what. So if you focus on positive thoughts and positive mindset, you will attract positive energy from the universe, repel negative energy and give out positive energy. And that if you focus on negative thoughts and negative mindset, you will attract negative energy, repel positive energy, and give out negative energy. We have to get the definitions right, so I'm repeating it to you in different ways. I don't want to lose you. Basically speaking, let's make it a bit more basic. Basically speaking like this. The universe, this big cosmos with all planets and everything, this hundreds of billion-year-old universe listens to our thoughts. Now you got it. The universe listens to your thoughts and your desires and your intentions, and then gives us those desires because we focused hard enough on it in our thoughts. If you think it hard enough, it will come. That's the idea of law of attraction. Essentially, it's a belief that the universe possesses awareness. It has a mind of its own. It's aware of these 8 billion earthlings and their thoughts and intentions, each and every one of us here, our feelings and our thoughts, and then the universe prioritizes our thoughts and intentions to gift us with our deepest yearnings. Does everybody understand that now? In Islam, there is a term for that. It's called Wahdat al-Wujud. It's an ancient belief that stems from polytheism. No, it's actually not even polytheism, it's worse than that. It's called pantheism, Wahdat al-Wujud, unity of existence. Have you ever heard the term, we are all in one and one in all? We are all one and one in all. That the cosmos, the reality and God are all identical, they're all one. The universe is God, in other words. But they just don't call it God. Obviously, this is, in Buddhism, this is a practice, a very deep belief. In Hinduism, it's there, and in other ancient religions. The law of attraction also means that nature doesn't like vacuum. What does that mean? In this universe, there are so many atoms and things, there's no space. So what you've got to do is you've got to take out bad space so that good space can come in. I'll tell you what it means. It's like this, that for example, you're at home, you clearing your clutter and unwanted things, rearranging in an order and a design clears the vacuum to attract new things. I know a story of a woman who got married and didn't like her husband a few years down the track. Instead of looking at the causes, the reasons, how they're communicating, trying to talk about it, she decided to go to these people who've got this idea about the law of attraction. And they told her that to reorganize her house order, her furniture, to declutter, park her car differently and so on, and you will attract the right husband and get rid of the negative husband. So, like that. The idea is truly spiritual atheism. Get rid of God and the universe becomes the God. Have you ever heard the statements, the universe has been kind to me. I thank the universe. The universe gave me, the cosmos or whatever you call it. These are very big statements. And you'll find that these types of people, they love this idea because it separates you from rules, from commands, from God, from a hereafter. It's comfortable, it's nice. Because there's no real responsibility here. Just you think and get what you want. If you can match the right frequency. What is that frequency? Allahu A'lam. Some people among the Muslims have actually mixed the idea of law of attraction with religion. So some of them brought in dua and prayer and zikr. And they say, if you make enough dua, if you make enough zikr, if you make enough prayers, then you can manifest certain things with the law of attraction. And this is mixing deen with shirk. It's the same thing. And it's an innovation of religion.
The Living Ruh.